right, well, it's good to have Brandon Walker in. Derrick's taking a few days of vacation. Don't worry, folks, he'll be back, we promise. But in the meantime, I got you, Super Brandon, in with me today.
Well, you know, yeah, as I said earlier, my first time, like maybe 20 years of TV wearing a T-shirt. But, you know, here we are.
Here, listen, on HL, you can wear a T-shirt.
That's why I figured I could get away with it.
Absolutely. Another thing we can get away, I will say, I don't know if I've worn these shoes to work before, but I've never worn them on camera, but I had to today because you're becoming quite a legend when we talk about sandals and socks.
Well, you know, particularly Birkenstocks and socks, you know, it's a thing for me at least. I've got them on right now. As you can see, here's the shot. Oh, goodness.
These have gotten some miles, though, man.
They have, as you can see. Yeah, they've been around for a bit. It's time for me to probably swap them out, but I can't. You know, I mean, if you're a Birkenstock person, you know that your pair is your pair.
Yeah, and if those shoes could talk, right? I mean, listen, they're built to last, and that's what I think is so great.
Yeah, you know, back when I worked weekends on the reporting shift here, they've vacationed with me. They've been many places, but I used to sneak them out in the field to do stories because the bosses weren't around, so they didn't know. But that was like maybe 5-6 years ago.
We call that a head and shoulders shot, so nobody's seeing their shoes, except on this show you do. But listen, when it comes to socks and Birks, the combination really matters, and you know something a little bit about this, and we've got a little clip.
So that the socks from the Birkenstocks can match, I bought some new socks, and I think maybe I can do these, or let's see, Flower Power kind of works, but not so much.
It's all about the mood and what you're feeling, right?
Right, you know, and since I came back with a bag full of socks, I figured, you know, let's just wear a pair. And Courtney, since, you know, we're here together, I figured, well, with my friend, she's got on her Birkenstocks today, got to gift her a new pair, too.
Okay, I like where you're going with it. Can I put them on now?
I would hope so.
Because here's the thing, I did bring my Birkies in for you. And you were kind of digging the rose gold, huh?
Right, well, because, you know, these have clocked in a few miles, I got to replace them. And I was like, you know, maybe I should get a pair of rose gold Birks. But, you know, I mean, we'll see.
Hang on, it's going to be a trick on a stool to put my socks on, and I just dropped my shoes, so I'm going to have to get up and get it.
Seeing this show from the other side, like being on, it's like, you know, it's Houston Life, so it's okay if you Birk strip.
Let me get my shoe.
There you go.
I'm so honored because the only time I usually wear my socks. And you know what? I don't have cool socks, Brandon. My kids have cool socks.
Right.
Mine
and
are
you
just
got
like
Derrick
white.
Those leopard printed socks a couple weeks ago.
Did he keep them? He said he was not feeling the Birks with socks, and that's when we had to call you in for reinforcement.
Well, because I took issue with that.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, come on now.
You got to slouch them, or do you pull them up?
I pull them up because, see, I really like I'm a bit of a square, so I like them up pretty high, pretty taut, and the Birks.
What do we think? I think it's rocking.
I think it's a winner,
right?
Personally. High fashion, in fact.
Listen,
highbrow.
I did bring my heels, and I don't think I'm going to change today. I think I'm just going to be with you. T-shirt, Birks.
I love it.
We got it going on.
Let's pound it out.
I like it. I like it. I love that you're here. I know that you were just on vacation, too, so a little bit of a respite, but now you're back at work.
Yeah, back at work, back here in this Texas heat, which is a lot, and it is enough to make you move potentially. I don't know. That's the question. And, well, a Reddit forum has been started, and it's by a Texan getting hundreds of comments about the weather this summer and the summer heat here. The big question is, well, is it too hot here, and do you want to, you know, get out of here as a result?
Well, listen, it's hot everywhere, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, that's my point on it. I mean, yeah, it is hot here in Texas, but it's hot in Canada, for instance. I was looking at some stuff, a couple TikTokers I follow, and they're up in Canada. It's like, you know, I mean, it's 40 Celsius here.
You know what? Here's what I always say to people that ask me if I'm going to move or if it's too hot. We don't have to shovel humidity.
Right.
Okay, can we just get, you know, a little mic drop, we get a little amen on that. I do think we have a little something to beat the heat, though, today.
Okay.
All right, we've got some popsicles. Thank you, Beatrice.
Thank you, ma'am.
So this is from Popston, the popsicle gurus in town.
Yeah.
This one is blueberry mojito.
Ooh.
This is a local popsicle and gelato company. They sent us these, you know, treats to kind of cool off. They're going to open their very first brick and mortar location at the plant. It's off of Harrisburg and East End this weekend. So to celebrate this, they have a cult following. What's your flav? What do you got there?
I have got mascarpone with berries. So let's see if I can get it out here.
Listen,
make a mess. There we go.
These are so good. Oh, that looks really yummy.
Oh, wow.
They have fresh pops from all different types of flavors. They also have gelato pops, which I think maybe that's the one that you have. Is a gelato, maybe. Oh, yeah, it is. Mascarpone with berries. You're on the gelato side, and I'm on the fresh side. You know, they also have a passion guava mango. I like to say the word guava. I don't know why, but
well, because, you know,
it's
something. All right. Well, the other things that we're following, these memes that have been all over the place, the Little Miss memes, apparently going viral.
From the book, right?
Right. Going viral all over the place, Instagram and Twitter. It's a play on those Little Miss books, right, that you mentioned were published in the 70s that we all remember. And you can find one to match your personality or pick out one for a friend. So we've got a little fun game here, Courtney. I was able to pick out actually 2 for you. The first one, Little Miss just one. Okay, Little Miss Crossfitter is the one that I picked out. But there was a second one that I had, and it was like Little Miss Beauty, because I think the spectrum of Courtney is that, like, you're the CrossFitter, but you're also the fashion plate.
Oh.
So, not only will you whip my butt, but you'll look really good doing it.
I like it. Amen. Okay, I did pick one for you.
Okay, let's see.
Here we go. We found one. Little Miss Authentic Communicator.
Okay.
That's you.
Okay.
And you know why? Because I think if you were going to read sort of like, our insulting emails sometimes that we get, you would just sound so polite.
Or just put you to sleep, whichever came first.
But listen, your voice is perfect. You're a storyteller, and so that's who you are. You're soothing.
Thank you.
If I'm ever having a bad moment or something, I feel like I need to call you in so you can, just talk me down. I'm okay. You're
just don't watch my reporting.
No, your reporting's great. Come on. And we also found one for each the rest of our Houston Life team. This is Derrick. He buys everything at Costco. So he's Little Miss buys everything. And then Joe is Little Miss can't leave the house without a hat. That is so true. And Lauren Kelly, Little Miss Diet Coke.
And this one is true because I've worked with him for years. Enrique, Little Miss No Filter, you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. And you look at him, he's such a kind guy. And then he says something, you're like, oh my goodness. And Mel is Little Miss Forgets to Eat because she's always running around.
She's always bebopping. Listen, I don't know how she does it, but I will not skip a meal, that's for sure.
Right, and here we go. Well, I'm almost half done with mine.
I know. Well, you're going to be here for the full hour.
I am.
I'm excited. I'm going to keep my socks and Birks on.
Yay. Well, me too, because I've got my other shoes in the car. So
okay, so we're just going to do it today.